Good day everyone, and today I will be going to discuss about the first skirmish and the tearing of Sidula.
But before we go to our proper discussion, I have our first my learning objectives. At the end of this lesson, the students will be able to first identify the Katipunan, its leader Andres Bonifacio, and its goal of Philippine independence from Spain. Second, explain how the discovery of the Katipunan by Spanish authorities in mid-August 1896 forced by leaders to flee Manila and call for a General Assembly of Revolutionaries in the Balintawak, Pugadlawin area. First is the skirmish. To understand the cry, we have to start with the Katipunan. This was a high secretive patriotic movement led by Andres Bonifacio, dedicated to achieving independence from Spanish colonial rule. They had been planning and recruiting for some time. However, in mid-August 1896, the Spanish authorities discovered the organization. Take note that this discovery was the game changer. It forced the Katipuneros' hand that they couldn't stay in Manila. They didn't continue planning in secret. Bonifacio and the other key leaders immediately filled the city. The objective became simple. Assemble all available was member in the northern areas of Balintawak and Pugadlawin. This sudden urgent gathering was the immediate prelude to the revolution. Take note na ang mga Katipuneros is dili sila professional. Take note na ang mga Katipuneros is dili sila professional army. They were armed mainly with bolos, daggers, and a handful of captured rifles. They faced the better equipped Guardia Civil. Though small and intense, this skirmish was profoundly important. It proved that the Katipuneros were not just making noise, they were fighting. This engagement is what officially signated an outbreak of the armed phase of the Philippine Revolution. Next, from declaration to combat the first skirmish. A declaration of war demands a military response, and the Katipuneros knew the Spanish forces would be sent after them immediately. The symbolic act quickly transitioned into actual combat. The first skirmish was a violent confirmation of the cry. But what exactly was a Sidula? And why did tearing it matter so much? A Sidula was the community task certificate essential for proving a Filipino's identity and more importantly, loyalty to the Spanish regime. Kung way imo inibisan isa or kung imo man galing dyan sa Jamagisi or Mawaya, you were officially rejecting the colonial government. But what exactly was a Sidula? And why did tearing it matter so much? A Sidula was the community task certificate essential for proving a Filipino's identity and more importantly, loyalty to the Spanish regime. Kung way imo inibisan isa or kung imo man galing dyan sa Jamagisi or Mawaya, you were officially rejecting the colonial government. Based heavily on the later testimony of Dr. Pio Valenzuela, what is crucial is the meaning of the act. They choose freedom over submission. And lastly is the historical interpretation and legacy. When we study these events, we realize the revolution wasn't a single flash, but a rapid sequence of events. The tearing of Sidulas was the political and moral launch. The first skirmish was the military confirmation, the debate over the precise date and location. Pugadlawin versus Balintawak, the 23rd versus the 26th, should not obscure this fundamental truth. Note that the historical conflict itself is a good thing. It reminds us that history is often chaotic, relying on conflicting eyewitness accounts that might be influenced by fear on time. Ultimately, the legacy and the cry and the skirmish is unified. And in conclusion, or to summarize, the destruction of the Sidula was the decisive, irreversible choice for freedom. The first skirmish was the first price they paid for that choice. It all comes back to a single powerful quote: the Katipunan was discovered, the revolution has begun. Thank you for listening, and I hope you learn from me. Thank you.